Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're heading down south to a new site I discovered in the southern mid-latitudes of Mars in an area called Hellas Basin. The high-rise photograph we're checking out here is called Candidate Recent Impact Site, acquired on the 2nd of November 2020 at 24.9 centimeters per pixel. I'm showing you images I cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, just under 550 megabytes in size. And as always, I'll include the link to the original photograph in the description below. Here's a look at the low-res black and white, and the anomalies we're checking out are some of these specks littering this strange valley in Hellas Basin. At the time of this video, the high-rise photograph had not been analyzed to Google Earth Mars yet. We'll check out some of the other anomalies towards the end of the video in some of these surrounding sites. So this site is located roughly 48 degrees 59 minutes south, 119 degrees 23 minutes east. There's the first one, folks, right there. It's a rather weird one. It looks like a wishbone, a huge wishbone. It's about 8 meters long. Check out the Y shape to this design, folks. We've got some symmetry and geometry going on here. Look at the uniform width to those two parts. Also, it seems to have like a uniform depth to it as well. Lying underneath this quarter disc shaped object over here to the left. We've seen so many of these on Mars already as well. There's one that looks very similar, also looks like a wishbone type of artifact, also about the same size. This is in Terra Chimeria, folks. Check out the uniform width to this strange structure. Looks almost like a type of a wasting A-frame next to this perfect hole over there to the left. That there even looks like it could have been the hatch that covered that hole. Who knows what's going on there, folks? Not your typical rocks or boulders, I'd say, NASA. Then we're looking at this strange, almost Z-shaped object over there, or Z-shaped object as we would say in South Africa and in Europe. Check out the strange design to this part, folks. The strange small spherical object there on the one side. This whole piece over here is about 15 meters long. So what could have made something that looks like this, guys? We're looking at this object over here, guys and girls, about 14 meters across, and it consists of two larger parts. There's a bevel or gap between the two and a small disc lying there near the center, and that disc there is about 3 to 4 meters in diameter. So seen lots of these on Mars, guys. Check out the rounded side over here as well. Got a perfectly rounded edge to it. Very similar to some of these others. This was found in Proctor Dune Field, both of these. Also with two larger objects and a smaller part in the center. This one over here has got like a conical shape to it. And this reminds me a lot of the anomaly discovered in Playa, Egypt, near that small Stonehenge out in the desert. And we're looking at another disc-shaped anomaly, folks. This one's about 10 meters in diameter, and it's got a small structure in its center. So how many more discs am I going to find on Mars, guys? Check out this one. This is a variant on that design, almost the same size. Check out the perfect disc with a uniform thickness to it, lying in the center of the larger disk. This is in Elysium Planitia. And then this strange object in Pyramus Fossae, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides to it, and it's also got a smaller object there in its center. We're looking at this strange oval-shaped object over there, about 15 meters long, and next to it we have a block. Check that out, guys. This over here, very symmetrical and geometric, and on the side it's got this strange U-shaped piece, extends down to the surface. Check out the right angles to that part. It reminds me of a similar object I discovered in another video I called the Sidonian Neolithic Artists and Builders of Mars. Check out the similarity there, guys. This one's got a bevel or a slot running through its center. Also very similar in size and shape. Got various odds and ends lying there next to it. This looks like a metallic part. Looks almost like a hatch. It's got like a convex shape to it. Right, then we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sided object over here, about 10 meters across. Check out the symmetry and geometry going on in this piece, folks. And then it's got a small dome-like part there in its center, very similar to these partial hexagonal objects I discovered in Pyramus Fossae. Both of these are in the same photograph. Also check out the symmetry and geometry going on here, folks. Boulders, rocks, swamp gas, balloon. Who knows what these are, right? Not typical boulders or rocks if you ask me. And then we're looking at a lot of these objects with protrusions or knobs on them. We'll focus on this one, like a triangular design. It's about 6 meters across. Check out the perfect straight edges there. And then these two very similar spherical objects lying on top of it, perpendicular to this one side. Check out this strange object. It's about 14 meters in length, and it's got this strange design to it. It's got like a rectangular opening here on the side, and then a rounded part off to the right over here. This looks like a piece that may have joined it there, straight edge to it, and then this part has a small object right there in its center. Then we're looking at strange megalithic blocks. It looks like there was a structure here, guys, that was blown apart. This block is about 10 by 10 meters in size. Check the right angles to it, and it's got this rounded design to it. The edges are rounded. We're looking at more megalithic blocks. This one's over here, guys, about the same size. Check out the right angles to that part. Very smooth, flat surfaces on that block. We're looking at that strange part. It's about 6 meters long, and it also looks like a block, but it has this hollowed out side, right angle over there. We've seen a couple of these blocks on Mars already as well. Check out this. Looks like it was a structure, guys. We'll zoom in on some of the blocks over here, specifically that one, which is about 5 by 5 meters in size. The right angle there, two very flat, smooth surfaces and a rounded edge over there. It was also slightly hollowed out on the one side. This is to the south of that structure. Check out this block. It's about 18 meters long, guys. Got a right angle to it there. And then this strange design. Look at the uniform thickness to this block. So could this have been a structure that was blown apart, maybe in an explosion or a flood or a tsunami, who knows? We're looking at those two megalithic blocks over there. This one at the bottom is about 8 by 8 meters in size. Check at the uniform thickness to those two blocks. This one's sticking out of the surface. We're looking at those slabs. This one over here to the left is about 12 meters long, and there's another one next to it over here at the bottom, right angles to these parts, and then this huge piece over here with a small protrusion or knob on it. Looks like these fit together, very much like those blocks you get down in South America. More blocks and slabs going on here. This one on the right is about 10 meters long. Check at the right angle to it over there. Then this one, you can see it has a uniform thickness to it. More blocks, we'll zoom in on those there. The square block at the top is about 12 by 12 meters in size. The right angles to it. This one's got a small triangular part in its center, and then two similar protrusions or knobs running diagonally across that one. And we're looking at a perfect triangular object over there. It's about 12 meters long. Also, you can see it has a uniform thickness to it, and then two small dark spots in the two corners over here. Check that out. More blocks. This one at the bottom is about 6 meters across, and this one next to it at the right is about 10 meters across. There's a close-up look. Check at the similar protrusions or knobs on those two blocks. Right angles going on here, and there's a smaller block lying in front of those. Similar objects over there, guys. Here we've got two that are almost the same size and shape. This one at the right is about 6 by 6 meters in size, and each one's got a small part on it. This one looks like a disc with a small dome in its center, and this one over here like a little pyramidal feature. And then more blocks up here to the left. There's another triangular part underneath that block. Strange little cube over there. That's about 8 by 8 meters in size. It's got like a rounded design to it. And then these two smaller parts in its center. There's lots of these types of anomalies in this photograph where we have small protrusions or knobs on these parts, but I'm concentrating on this one, folks. Check how huge it is. That's about 15 meters across. It's got a rounded side, and then this small part right there in its center. And then this strange structured item, it's about 12 meters across, and it's got multiple layers to it. Got like a rounded arch on the one side. Looks almost like sheet metal that's been bent, and there's a hole over here at the opening. Small rectangular part there in its center, and that looks like top of a grid. And then that very unusual 3 very narrow parts next to one another, that there's about 5 meters long, each of those. Check that out, guys. Perfectly parallel next to one another there, and another block over here to the left. It looks almost like a type of a venting system, right? Let's have a look at that site and some of the other artifacts in the vicinity. So right there, guys, and as I said at the beginning of the video, the high-rise photograph we checked out hadn't been loaded to Google Earth Mars yet. So the coordinates 49 degrees 39 minutes south, 119 degrees 43 minutes east. Just for summary, let's have a look at those parts. Are we looking at ancient ruins here, folks? The similarity in those blocks. If this photograph was taken of ruins here on Earth, that would be very believable. But because it's on Mars, we can only speculate, right? So let's look at that site about 50 kilometers to the northeast. And then we've got lots of these parts with smaller items on them, protrusions or knobs. I think let's have a look at one more site up to the north. Check at these parts. They look very metallic. More blocks with protrusions or knobs of them. There's another one of those with a rounded side. Very similar to one we looked at in this video. Let's quickly see if we can find it. There it is. It's got like a square side, yeah? Then the rounded part on the other side. That's it for this one, folks. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, please. Let's have a chat in the comments below. I'd love to hear your opinion and analysis of what we just checked out. I hope you all have a great Christmas and holiday season. I hope you get plenty of rest. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.